Hampshire primary is on Tuesday. Nikki Haley spoke to voters at a town hall last night, and Trump is still trying to convince people he has absolute power. Watch.
I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about any president has to have immunity. Because if you take immunity away from the president, so important, you will have a president that's not going to be able to do anything. Because when he leaves office, the opposing party, president, if it's the opposing party, will indict the president for doing something that should have been good.
Do you get just total freedom to do whatever you want? No, that's never the way it was intended to be. There needs to be accountability. No one is above the law.
So he wants to be, yeah. I mean, first of all, we've had, he's the 45th president. There were 44 before him who operated perfectly fine without total immunity. He's like Henry VIII. After he cut off 2 of his wives' heads, he remained in power. That's what he wants.
That's what he wants, yeah.
Okay, now, the second part of this is Nikki is still having trouble answering questions about racism in American history. Take a look.
When you look at said all men are created equal, I think the intent was to do the right thing. Now, did they have to go fix it along the way? Yes, but I don't think the intent was ever that we were going to be a racist country.
No, and also men, all men are created equal. Notice the gender distinction there, which he didn't even bring up. No. So is Haley going to change any hearts and minds at this point, or are MAGA voters dug in too deep?
They're dug in too deep.
Yeah.
You know, I like my presidents to know history.
Really?
Especially American history.
You know, you're so needy.
It's so needy. And what's troubling about what she said about race, you know, although I know she believes we were never in a racist country, is that she's quoting the Declaration of Independence that was penned by Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson owned 600 slaves throughout his lifetime. He also began raping one of those slaves, Sally Hemings, at the age of 15, and had a shadow family with her of 6 children. So when he said all men were created equal, he was saying that in the context of, but the people that aren't equal are women and the enslaved that I have at Monticello.
Right.
So, Nikki, that's just a history lesson. The other thing that I've noticed is she's really trying to get that MAGA base, right? She's trying to get that Republican base.
Yeah.
And although we are not a racist country, according to her, 85% of Republicans are white. I'm not saying that they're all racist, but many racists are white. And what I have noticed now is that Donald Trump is picking.
The GOP are preparing for the coming primary on Tuesday in New Hampshire, which basically mathematically would decide if Donald Trump is going to be the final candidate for the Republican for the coming election. Donald Trump, according to the women in the View, Donald Trump went ahead and talked about that the president should be given immunity. According to the women in the View, Donald Trump was the 45th president, and before him, the 44th president. Nobody ever asked for that, and the country was going so well. So to some of them, Donald Trump wants to take away, President Donald Trump wants to take away democracy away from the country, which to them, that's a threat. And they are like really pushing out to them, basically, anyone else but Donald Trump is going to be very harmful because he wants to take away democracy. To them, basically, they prefer Nikki Haley, although they say, even if Nikki Haley, and President Biden the contest, then Nikki Haley win. They are very happy because Nikki Haley cannot be like Donald Trump. So according to them, any other person can be the United States president, but not President Donald Trump, because of the democracy. He's not going to allow the country to enjoy democracy as they have been doing. According to them, also he has been trained traits which they know he's going to fulfill, and basically that's one of their greatest fear. They went about and talked about Nikki Haley, who does not really know how to answer about racism. So Nikki Haley is still contradicting herself. According to them, Nikki Haley is supporting the MAGA. So to them, Nikki Haley, some of us confused. She don't know where she belongs. She don't know what she wants to do. So she's in between, and then the MAGA will never vote for her. because the MAGA, according to the women in the view, they are racist. And most racists are Caucasian people, according to the people, women in the MAGA, in the views. So according to them, Nikki Haley is just confused. She doesn't know who she wants to support. She's just in between, just dancing around. She doesn't know her focus, her direction. Trying to favor and supporting the MAGA, thinking they will vote for her. So they are telling her that those MAGAs will never vote for her. So she should not even be focusing on them, because they consider her not Caucasian. She too fall in the middle. She's black, according to the women in the view, because the MAGA will never vote if you're not Caucasian. So basically, the women in the view try to talk about, Sony tried to explain that in her generation, she's 55 years. She has been the only one who have enjoyed the civil right. What happened in the civil right? Like after the civil right war, it gave a lot of right for the black Americans. So the women could vote now, which was, according to them, it took like 700,000 people died in that civil right war, which equivalent to today will be 7 million people died because of all this. Women could not vote, black people could not vote. So it was a lot of fight and everything. So these are the things that they are saying that President Donald Trump wants to take it out. And then they are trying to caution that Nikki Haley can go and read history. She's not versed with history. Anyone who wants to be the president, you have to be very knowledgeable with history. They went ahead, according to Sony, said that according to her family background, she's the only one who have been able to enjoy the effect of the civil right. And Thomas Jefferson, according to Nikki Haley, is looking at that Thomas Jefferson, free slave, had a lot of slaves that she was living with, and he took one of them and raped and had 7 children with a black woman. So all those history, they were giving it to Nikki Haley, because according to them, Nikki Haley consider human being, the black race, as a piece of paper, because she say she knows it was being fixed, whatever problem. So according to, they were not very happy with her statement, because they consider it that holding it's only a paper that you can just fix. So she has no really feeling for what the black people go through. Basically, at the end, they say they invited her to the views to come and give her own opinion about races. So they are inviting her. Some of them say she's going to come, some of them say she will not come. Basically, what do you think about what the women in the views are saying? Do you support the fact that they are saying President Donald Trump, if he's being put the president of the United States, there's not going to be any democracy, he's going to be dangerous to the country, he's going to be a threat? What is your opinion about this? Can I see your own opinion in the comment section? Or do you prefer Biden to win? Or do you prefer Nikki Haley? Let me see your own opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help and subscribe, and help like and share the video. God bless you.